Greetings and salutations. It's on brand, it's on brand, I've got to do it.
Go on, do your little intro then.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is weird.
It is weird, isn't it? Very important housekeeping business before we start. If you haven't yet put a sticker on a scrap map. This
is why we're all here.
Yeah, this is all about scientific research. We need to know where scraps came from. If you don't know what scraps are, you need a red sticker on your city on the map. But they're the little bits of batter that you get from the chip shop.
They're called, what else are they called?
Weird people call them batter bits.
Yeah. Leftovers, I call them.
Even weirder people don't believe they're a thing that you can get. But I need to know where they came from, because I have a theory, which I'll elaborate on at some point in the future.
The best thing is they're free.
And also, yeah.
They are free, exactly. They're the best.
Some places charge though, wouldn't they? Because that's what they said in the comments.
That's dirty.
That is bad.
Charging for the stuff that would go in the bin otherwise. So the general gist of what we're going to be doing, we're going to just sit here and answer questions until we run out of questions. There's cameras pointing at us.
Hi, Mum.
We've got some questions that were sent to us in advance.
You're more welcome to.
That's desperate, that is desperate. My mum's 74 years old, I think. She's not really a FM fan.
What's the channel it's going to be on, so we can make sure we all get to watch?
Old Man Suda.
There we go, so everyone needs to subscribe to that channel. So
everybody's going to be doing it now.
Yeah, phones out everybody, come on, let's get subscribing. So we've got some questions that have been sent to us in advance, so we'll start with them to warm up. And then we'll just keep going until you lot run out of things that you want to throw at us. You had a much longer list than me.
Yeah, it's mainly a popularity thing.
1-0.
I wish we were doing this 6 months ago. Then we'd have been alright. Oh dear. Have you got any questions lined up? I've taken screenshots of mine.
I've got some truly bizarre questions here.
Go on then, start us off with a bizarre one to warm everybody up.
Okay. Eventually.
Can I just say, it usually is disturbing that you're not wearing a hat.
I know.
Is that putting anybody up? Do you know who this guy is?
Yeah,
He's not wearing a hat.
That's why I had to wear the t-shirt, just in case.
Hey, did you get a haircut yesterday?
Don't talk to me about that.
Oh, I didn't watch you vlog or anything.
No. I didn't get a second haircut. I will be getting a second haircut though.
Someone with a really weird surname, Pahardy, so Dave.
Sounds made up.
Yeah, it is made up. It's a stage name, isn't it? It's like Smith. It's Dave Smith over there, right? Dave Smith. He says, "Why did you start recording YouTube stuff?"
Why did I start recording YouTube stuff? Because I was bored. Mainly, I've been playing Football Manager for like 20 years and been doing internet-y stuff for 5 or 6 years, and Anna's been nagging me for 4 years to combine the two, and I then discovered you could do Football Manager on the internet when I saw Dr. Benji's Girlfriend versus FM or whatever it was called, or was that your one? I don't remember the name of the series that you both had, but I saw that and then thought, wow, people can actually do Football Manager. I thought this would be really boring to watch. So then I started making videos. How about you, Seth?
Almost exactly the same reason. It was just, same as you, I've been playing it for 20 years and didn't even know it existed on YouTube as a thing until I stumbled across it and was like, oh, people watch this stuff, and just thought it'd be fun and silly to actually have a go. So yeah, it was total boredom thing. Thought it might be interesting, didn't have any sort of aspirations of anything, just thought it'd be fun.
And now you can buy hats.
Yes. How far we've come. They're brain socks.
He single-handedly invented the hat. I'm not going to call it a brain sock. You're not even wearing one. If you were wearing it, I'd be more comfortable going on brain.
Says the man with the copyright t-shirt.
I've since discovered it isn't the logo, it's the use of my name. I'm not allowed to use my own name on Teespring.
That is weird.
But I can use the WWE logo thing. But Kevin Chapman, the actor, doesn't like people using his name. So, seriously, that's why they won't let me do it.
Surely, of all people.
Kevin Chapman actor.
Apparently there is. He's not very famous. I think that's why he's so precious about his name.
He's worried you're going to overtake. Surely, if you get to a certain size, do you then stop him from using the name?
Well, at the moment, if you search on Google, he's top, I'm second. If you search on Amazon, I'm top.
Is that the legal requirement? So if you get to
on Amazon, he can't sell anything on Amazon because that's my territory.
What's the situation with Twitter followers though?
We don't talk about that.
This is a guy who pretends to be somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. We'll fix him. You got another question for us?
Yes.
I've only got about 5.
Who is the most underrated player, stats, ever on FM? That's from Roasted Johnson.
Underrated? Oh, I don't know. I don't even look at this. You know I don't look at the stats. That must be a question
There's
for
numbers
you.
in the game.
Yeah. I look at that little Pac-Man face sometimes, and if it does a Pac-Man face, it's all right. But I don't look at the numbers. They don't mean anything to me.
Well, I think my T-shirt says it all. It's obviously Harry Owen. With his 2 passing, sometimes 1. It sort of fluctuated.
Nice burgers.
Yeah.
Is he,
McCurry burgers.
is he in the game next year? Does he still play?
He
for
does
them?
still play for them, thankfully.
That's all right then.
I want to find someone that's a bit nicer that will actually help me on videos and stuff because he refused to make a video.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shall we all turn up there?
Yeah, I said I'm going to turn up.
Right, I've got a question. Hold on. Here's a question for you and Loki. Why not do an online YouTube save with you, Loki, Benji, Jack, and whoever? I hear that question.
Yeah, online's rubbish.
Yeah.
It's Football Manager.
Plus, we've tried to make videos together before, and we've managed 1 in a year.
I think that's quite a good ratio.
Trying to get schedules to line up for 2 people is a challenge.
It's alright if you're doing a half an hour video or a draft or something. For an online game where you need to play for hours, it's just so hard to blot out a whole day to record with somebody. So
Especially when some people keep very anti-social hours.
yeah, I don't know what you mean. Hang on.
It's just scrolling through.
There's so many.
He's not looking at questions.
There's so many. This is what Twitter replies looks like.
Hold on, I've still got more Twitter
Heel turn.
followers.
Heel turn.
Yeah, if we're going to get that right, I win on Twitter followers.
Okay. Well, you've got a big family. Here you go. Here's one for you.
Oh, for me?
Why aren't you as good as Lollujo? In all seriousness, loving your Motorsport Manager stuff though. So why? I don't know. Because I shaved the beard. I think is.
I shaved my beard as well though.
Yeah, it's gone a bit short. Longer beards help. I think longer the beard on YouTube, the better. I think beard is required.
Shaving my beard has coincided with views dropping a little bit. I don't know if it's the same for you.
We should scientifically test it. What about fake beards? I don't know if fake beards count. Has your beard ever tried to go solo?
Do you have questions that aren't to do with beards in there anyway?
No,
Any chance?
no, it's mainly-
No? Amazing.
Who has the best haircut, Fellaini or you? Well, I just don't have hair, so and I still win because Fellaini's is ridiculous.
Well, I'm going to say Fellaini because mine's ridiculous. So, yeah, he's got great hair. I'd love to have hair like that. That would be amazing.
Here's a good one. This is from somebody might be in the room. If you could change anything about YouTube, would you?
Yeah.
Mandatory subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give myself
I agree.
more subscribers and you less. Restore the
Thanks
natural
for
order
that.
of things.
I want us both to succeed, but you know,
No,
good to know where you
I
stand.
want to win. I warned you, the heel turn's coming today. Those folding chairs, if there's not one free, someone's going to have to stand up in it. He's getting one
Do
of
we have
them
a
wrapped
folding
around and then he's
table?
going through a table. But they look hard as well, but you're going
Yeah,
through all of
that's-
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a big one that was asked twice. Pineapple on pizza.
Don't, you dirty, dirty monster. don't even speak of that much. You don't eat that, do you?
Not really, but I'm not against it. I'm not morally
Take a
against pineapple on
stand.
pizza.
Grow a spine, man. Make a decision, one side or the other.
No, I
You got
don't like
before-
it. No,
Good.
it's not.
It's all right then. A lot of these questions have anything to do with football.
Of course.
Why do we say it's a pair of trousers when only one article of clothing is involved?
Wow, it's deep, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Will Posh go up in second place behind Wigan this year? No, we win the league, obviously.
Ketchup or brown sauce?
Depends what you have. in it.
Important deep stuff here.
No,
People.
it does depend what you have in it.
Yeah.
Mainly brown sauce, though. Is the right answer. Have we got any good questions, or should we open it up to this lot?
Hang on.
Now I see why you had.
I've just got somebody replying. Question: Why? When? How? Who? There you go. Thanks very much.
Don't mind me, I'm just having a coffee. Thanks, little Kev.
I'm interested in the pair of trousers discussion. To
Yeah, we didn't go into it. We'll open up to the audience. Pair of trousers. Why? Anybody?
Yeah. Because, I don't know, 2 legs. Perhaps, I imagine the origin of it is that they weren't joined at the top. You probably just got a leg and a leg.
Clip them together.
Yeah. And then as technology advanced.
That's where flies come from. Originally, it went all the way round. And you
Yeah.
just,
I bet if you traced it back far enough, they were just the legs. Guarantee that's why it was. Once we're finished, once we've established where scraps are from, we'll work out why,
that's the next
why
one.
trousers are pairs. Yeah, exactly. I'm moving away from YouTube. I'm just going to start researching stuff. That's really
Okay, here's an actual YouTube question. As a YouTuber, how important is ad revenue to the growth of your channel?
To the growth of the channel, not very important.
Yeah,
really.
not important at all.
Doesn't really have anything to do with it. It's kind of the smallest revenue stream as well of everything. So it's nice to have. I imagine it would be nice if it was as high as it used to be when people used to talk about it being high. But when I started, I never really experienced this super high ad revenue thing that people used to get like a year, 18 months ago. And it's never really been significant for me. Don't know about you, you've probably got rolling in it.
I'm rolling in it. No, it is. It's kind of a nice thing to show you're doing well, but it doesn't match what the views and what the subscriber counts are like. It's sort of, that's just the nice thing to have after you get those things and to make good content, I think.
Long term, it's better to have the views because then you can leverage them into more stuff like brand deals and wonderful t-shirts that you can flog to people.
Towels.
Yeah, please don't buy the towel.
Somebody buy a towel.
I'll feel really bad if anyone buys a towel. We got any questions from you, like, well?
Just so many.
Yeah, but none of them are any good. That's why you're not reading any of them out.
Too good. I'm saving.
Did anybody tweet questions at Loki that you now know he's skipping over?
Yeah.
Is that rubbish?
How many nuns can a nun chuck if a nun would chuck nuns? 3, obviously. If Liverpool ceased to exist tomorrow, who would you support?
Posh, easy.
That's a horrible question that just disappeared off the face of the planet. Probably my local team, Bournemouth, I think. Oh, here's a good one. From the man in the room. Old man, I'm just going to call him old man, because he likes that. When struggling on a save, how do you stay motivated to carry on and not quit? Make
videos about it.
Yeah, I would
don't really have much choice.
Yeah, I say, because people often ask me what's my favourite ever save, and it's always the stuff that's gone on YouTube, because it does make it so much more fun for me as a person just playing the game. I get so more involved in it, because everybody that plays FM for any length of time will know that sometimes you kind of just go on autopilot. You're doing well in the league, and you're just churning through the games. But when you're making videos on it, doing well in the league, like near the top end, that's the good bit. You want to aim to. No, alright.
Doesn't ring any bells. I can guarantee if it hadn't been for making videos about it, I'd have probably stopped at tour this year. I wouldn't have made it any further than that.
How did tour go?
It was good. I bought a castle. That was the main thing. Bought a castle.
For an ex-financial advisor, your financial skills in Football Manager are, I'd say, lacking.
It's not just in Football Manager, it's in life in general.
Oh, I don't want to say.
It's because I did it every day as a job for 10 years, and people, when you do something for a job, you don't want to come home and do it.
It's like they say, mechanics have the most knackered out cars and stuff. Yeah. It's just that's their job. And
exactly. I used to spend all day telling people how to invest their money sensibly and how to buy a house and how not to get really badly in debt. And so I just do all the opposite and just spend money on wrestling figures and weird stuff like that. Because
Southend shirts.
Yeah, the Southend shirt is here. I brought it with me just to prove that it exists. It still has no signatures on it.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
£55.
I'm going to travel to Argentina to get a signature of this.
He was on loan in Italy. He was going to be the last one.
Oh, just Italy then. Yeah. Oh, okay,
yeah. Well, I thought once I've got the other 18, he might be keen. But when Southend ignored 3 emails, I've got a Southend shirt that I bought. Can 2 of your players sign it for me, please? Just not even a reply. Just no. Nothing. Never replied.
Okay, what would you want to see in FM18?
This shiny new match engine that's being rumoured.
Yeah.
The rumour that I started because of your question last week, and I'm talking about it everywhere now. But Miles did hint, didn't he, in that room? He teased it. Yeah, he teased.
Yeah, basically what he said, if you don't know, was that nobody's going to be playing the 2D match engine come FM18. So either they're making the 2D match engine really bad, or they got a new engine. But the trouble with Miles, though, is sometimes he can overpromise a little bit. It might be 3 new animations, and he's going, look, it's revolutionary.
But upstairs, on the little history of the match engine thing that they've got on there, they have got the FM18 bit with a big question mark on it up there, as if they're hinting that there's going to be some kind of change. Because you look through that at the moment, and it goes from FM08 through to FM17, and you're like, oh yeah, this is just the same screenshot 8 times, isn't it? I can see you're trying to make a point, but
yeah,
kind of not really making it.
This is another the same. I think that's just
there's got to be a
marketing.
punchline here.
When does a bush become a hedge?
I imagine
everybody was thinking it.
I imagine that's another geographical language quirk.
Hang on.
I don't think there is have we got any gardeners in the room? Is there a technical difference between a bush and a hedge? Is a bush the individual and a hedge is when you have multiple? Could that be it?
Or can one big one be a hedge though?
Is it all about the length?
I don't know. There must be a gardener in the room. But they're talking at the back, they must be gardeners.
They're the naughty boys at the back, we know.
Yeah, exactly. We'll split them up in a minute. I haven't had to discipline a room of naughty boys for a little while. Today might be the day.
You've got a hankering for it, you're missing it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Show of hands if you call it a bush. Show of hands if you call it a hedge. Well, it's hedge then, isn't it?
That means half the room don't call it anything. Green thing.
Half the room don't know what we're talking about.
Will I ever play FIFA? Only in private. Because I'm that bad at it.
You can't be as bad as me.
Well, no, not as bad as you. Nobody's as bad as you. Like,
Would you guys not play a game of FIFA against each other online?
Yes, we would.
yeah, we could do that.
Put you in your place.
I've seen that.
We'll schedule it for at some point in the next 3 years, because as previously explained, scheduling is a challenge.
We'll get to it.
Unless there's
FIFA 21 we're in.
Is there any FIFA in here? We could have a game of FIFA in here. And
There is in the toast bar.
is there?
Yeah. But the older ones, we don't have 17.
That's good. Do we look like we're up to date with all these things? We'll be fine. I'll challenge you to a game of FIFA this afternoon.
Okay.
Winner gets your YouTube subscribers. You have to swap. You have to send them to my channel if I win. No, we'll just swap. We'll swap logins and we'll just start making. No one will notice.
Rebrand it. We should do that. We should do it.
Kev's got a bit
No, we should do it.
What's all this about?
We should do it. You make a Journeyman episode and you just appear randomly. You don't mention it's you or anything. Just pretend you're me and I'll do yours.
That sounds like my kind
And you
of
can swear in F and
collaboration.
Jeff and I'll be all polite and stuff.
Yeah.
You go, good lord.
What have I ever said? Good lord.
What does he say?
Goodness me.
Goodness me. Yeah, it's Hyacinth Bouquet. Yeah.
Can't help being family friendly. You just checking your bank account.
Yeah. Just my Patreon account. That's it. I think that's it. Of the less random questions. That's the not random questions.
So let's open it up to you, then. Have we got any questions from any of you, or do we get to go and eat toast at the toast bar now?
Nothing about hedges, please.
I'm genuinely. Hello.
Does your YouTubing impact on your personal life, and if so, is it worth it?
You're vlogging this as well, so be careful.
Oh wow, yeah, I forgot the camera's on.
Technical mistake. Technical mistake.
For the while I still had a grown-up job as well, it was all I did when I wasn't at work. Pretty much, I would go to work, come home, make videos, go to bed for a year and a half. So yeah, that had quite the impact. And there wasn't this whole free time and sleep thing that people talk about. That wasn't really a thing for a little while. But now I'm living life with leisure. Not so much. Don't know about you. I mean, you make like 3 videos a week, don't you?
Well, I should. My missus is sitting there, so lovely. So hedges. What about them hedges, people?
You've got a trip to glorious Nottingham.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this. All expenses not paid.
A romantic weekend away.
You get to go to Cardiff later.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, go to
A
Cardiff Met Uni.
tax-deductible trip to Nottingham. What more could you want?
I think it is. It can be quite tough, especially if you're working full time. I think because. A guy called Ben DPD has a sort of chat series, and he talks to a lot of YouTubers, and everyone says when they ask, "Oh, who do you watch on YouTube?" and they all go, "I don't really watch anybody on YouTube anymore because I haven't got the time." It kind of, and you do if you're a gamer, you do less gaming once you become a gaming YouTuber. Ironically, so I play less Football Manager now than I probably ever have, ironically, and less other games because that part of it gets taken up by the YouTubey stuff.
Yeah, because we were coming here, I got finished early got ahead for the week yesterday, and last night I just went and sat down in front of the TV in the living room, put Destiny 2 on, and Anna just looked at, what are you doing? You don't. Remember before I did YouTube, I used to play games on this thing sometimes. This is how I used to spend my free time, but it's been so long since I've just sat there in the living room and played a video game, which used to be, I mean, these small people around the room will tell you, it used to be normally every evening I would sit and play a video game, but I haven't played anything outside of what I'm doing on YouTube for ages. It's weird.
And also, like we were saying with the Football Manager being more fun because we're making YouTube videos, I don't have a private Football Manager save now because it's just not as fun. Because I'm not sharing it with anybody. It's just
no,
like
I tried to do it on my own.
Yeah, and it's just, this is dull.
I end up looking for the house anyway.
Making YouTube videos just for private and just so you can watch them yourself.
Exactly. I mean, it's weird. The making the videos part has become more fun than the game, and before the game was the most fun thing I did because I'm a loser. But now the interaction and the video making thing is the most fun bit. It's kind of become, if they took Football Manager away, I'd just find something else to keep making videos about every day now. Whereas before it was if they took Football Manager away, I don't know what I'd do. It'd be so sad.
How should SI market FM18? I don't think the SI. He was here earlier.
No,
I think he left, so we can talk open.
I don't know if it's a game you can market because I don't know. Are we a room full of people who've been playing it since forever?
Yeah.
Is there anyone who's picked it up in like the last 2 or 3 years? How is the learning curve on it?
It's really massive.
Yeah.
For me, that massive learning curve made a big challenge.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think I'd play it.
No.
I look at that and go, if I try to take a step back and just look at Football Manager, I'd go, I'm not learning that. I just cannot be asked.
Yeah, there's when you can do the management stuff in FIFA and have a game of FIFA at the same time, I can see why they've got. I mean, I think Sports Interactive long term potentially got a bit of a problem with marketing the game. I know they've tried to do the touch stuff and they're doing the mobile stuff as well, but I don't know. Is there? I think the demographic of people playing Football Manager is probably an ageing demographic.
Yeah.
As shown by the fact that we're old beardy men sat here and we're not your typical gaming YouTubers, are we really? Look at the stage.
I don't think this is the same audience that was at Upload.
Well,
Just,
hold on. Any second now, I'm going to walk out and then storm back in again and just hit
Yeah.
We'll see if they will surge
you
forward.
have to do what they did. You don't hit each other. You sort of.
We have to put our foreheads together. and
Jockey.
just
Yeah.
Pushy. Yeah.
No, but then our beards would merge into one unstoppable force.
We should try that. But yeah, I don't know. It's a really difficult one working out how you could market the game because
They should use YouTubers. That was the correct answer.
is it?
Tell us. Give it to us.
I think the main issue is it's too hard to get into. So if you just gone and bought the game and you're brand new to it, when that first screen opens up and you just get a load of yellow question marks, that doesn't really help you.
Yeah, that's a hell of a tutorial, isn't it? That
It's
is.
an actual tutorial thing. Because when I first learned to play it, when I was about that big, I just had
How big?
I had just that big. Much
Just wanted
bigger
to
than I am now. I had just like an older brother show me and explain to me how to play it, which is how I learned.
Because even the setup screen with the choosing what countries you want to load, if you don't know what that means, it's like, if I don't click Spain, does that mean there's no Spanish players in the game, sort of thing? If you were new to it, they could do with a tutorial. A tutorial would be.
Well, even us as YouTube folk, we don't really do how-to guides at that kind of level, do we? If you were a brand new person who wanted to play Football Manager and you went onto YouTube and Googled how to play Football Manager, are any of us making that kind of
I'm
content?
making it for FM18 because it's been requested quite a lot, so I'm going to do a kind of right back to basic. I don't think you're the right person to teach people how to play football.
I'm exactly the right kind of person. I can learn with care.
See this button that says 48 months, pay everything over there. That's fine.
This is a winger.
Don't need wingers. I'll convert into a fullback, it'll be fine. But City Skylines is another example of a game like that, though, that's really, really... I mean, I bought that because all the Twitch lot were playing it, and I wanted to... It looked fun, and I liked SimCity, but I bought it, and there wasn't really any tutorial, I didn't know what was happening, and I just stopped. And I think a lot of people would have that issue with Football Manager, and I don't really know how you get over that. And I think a lot of the people who are buying it every year, I imagine 99% of the people who buy it each year are repeat purchasers. So, whereas something like FIFA, you probably get
Eventually
new
we're
people
going
in
to
every
die
year.
though, that's the problem I have, isn't it? We're slowly going to drop off.
As long as we die before they do, we won't care.
Oh yeah.
So we need the staff at Sports Interactive to be younger than we are. That's the important thing. Recruitment of programmers making the game, because then it doesn't really matter.
But I think after last year's ridiculousness with their little, I don't know what it was, like a half-hour video with no sound, debuting the game as to why we should all buy it was just bonkers. Like, that's not marketing of any sort of standard. So I think they should, even if they don't want to involve us YouTubers to help them out or make videos or stuff, they should get somebody in to just make a nice, pretty video that shows off all the different aspects of the game, rather than just sort of Miles sitting in the Watford stand.
The game is really, really dull. It's a really boring game. The game by itself, though, it's the stories.
Thanks for picking up our channels there, mate.
It's the stories.
Sell it to everyone. Sell it to everyone. Mate.
This lot are already.
Yeah, they're already in. They're in for life now.
But it is a really boring game. It's the stories. I don't know. Even before I was doing YouTube stuff, I would sit there and I'd have my little stories that would be going on in my head. They're the ones that are fun. You must all do that. Yeah. If you play a long save, you're playing along with it in your head. You're not just clicking continue and looking at the score lines. That's really dull. And I don't know how you get that across in the marketing. Play this game and you get to have fun with your imagination.
Check out this spreadsheet. Oh, pie charts.
It's a tricky one. This is why I'm not in marketing.
But then they should get people that can make those stories and get people to make those videos on it and weave a little bit of a story into it. You know, I think they could definitely, well, they definitely could do more because they couldn't do less. Just not tell anyone and just appear on Steam one day. That's next level. I think they need to do a lot better. I think because they introduced that. What's it called? Is it classic version? What's that? Stuff that has less difficulty level. It's got less layers on it. When
Football Manager Touch.
Is it Touch?
It used to be classic.
Yeah, it used to be classic.
It's Touch now, isn't it?
Does anybody play on that mode? No, of course not.
And that's a really cool feature where you can cross-save between your iPad and the PC as well. Which is a fantastic feature. But I don't think they sing and dance about it enough. And it would be nice if the full fat version could... like, the data must be able to work between the two and you play a simplified version on your phone and cross-save across all.
Yeah.
That'd be an amazing feature. That's a new feature. People always ask me what new features do I want. I want that proper cross-save play thing.
Nice.
Terms for it.
Trademark.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should call it. Right, we got any more questions?
Come on. Even your daughter's walking out. You know, it's going well.
Just draw attention to yourselves.
Yeah.
Kick everything.
Can you leave quietly, please? Can
Kick something else.
Exit in the room. Exit in the room.
I'll go for one, lads. Right. What? So out of all the
This is the famous Rich on Twitch. Thank you. Rich on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Rich on Twitch.
Do we all get a plug?
What has been your? Not really half answered it, but so for all the time that you guys have been doing YouTube and all the saves that you've made, what's given you like the most satisfaction? What's been like your favourite ever save to record, and what's been the most popular on your channel?
Oh, now you added a twist in at the end. That means there's two completely different answers, because the ones that I get the most enjoyment out are the really, really, really long ones, where I'm in the world for 20, 25, 30 seasons. But people get bored of that. As soon as the real players have gone, your views just start going. So it's certainly not the most popular. The most popular stuff is when I take a big team, like I am now with Arsenal, like I did last year in Milan, take a big team and do 3 or 4 seasons. But for me, that's nowhere near as much fun as taking a poxy little club and either growing them or moving
or making them
bankrupt. Or I've never made a club bankrupt. It's all a myth. They sometimes have financial difficulties after I leave, but they're on the late.
The new manager walks in first day and is like, what in the hell has gone on?
It's
like, later, I've got a castle in France. See ya.
Yeah, which I'm still paying for. But yeah, it is weird that the ones that are the most popular aren't necessarily the ones that I would enjoy the most. Like, can I say?
Yeah.
Hold on. Before you sit down, there's the scrap map. You need to use the scrap map. There's stickers at the back there, and you need to take a sticker. And if you can get scraps at chip shops near where you live, you put a green sticker over where you live. If you can't,
It's like, oh, this looks interesting. No, actually. I think my favourite for me was the Journeyman's Save, because, and also travelling to leagues that I've never managed in and finding some of the bizarre sort of transfer rules and work permit rules, CO, that were a real sort of problem and have to work around. I also quite like doing it Atlanta Save in the MLS. I'm not a big MLS fan, but
Really?
the bizarre rules. You did a bit of MLS.
No,
It's ridiculous.
No, that's so finished at Spurs.
Blocking it out. It's truly bizarre the way it works, but it's more like all the other American sports. I think, like Kev said, like, I don't find any much enjoyment in just taking a big Premiership club or a big top league club and just sort of managing them, because you're like, oh, I won the league again this year. That's good. What should we do next year? Oh, win it again if we can. Good. Oh, that's
It's all
excellent.
right for some, isn't it? Oh, I'm winning the league every year. Poor old me. Try living in my
I'm not
world.
very good at the game, so it's like. But I think I like generally speaking, I like sort of the very small clubs and building them up, not just on a sort of a good team building up the leagues, but also, you know, doing everything in between, like the facilities and the scouting system and the setup of the whole club. And even unlike Kev, I like to leave them in a nice position when I leave, so to see if they can carry on doing well. And if
I
they
leave
do.
them with a full trophy cabinet. What a nicer position is there than that?
And then those plastic ones you get Argos.
You can get them for like £3 for a
Oh,
quid from
sure.
Tesco.
Let me know.
Party-
Send me the link.
party bit.
Send me the link.
We'll have a look later.
Any more questions?
Who's next? Oh, one of the naughty
It's
boys.
the hair, people would say. Look at the hair. Everybody look at the hair. Amazing hair.
I've modelled
Mess it
my
up,
hair.
Rich. Come
I've
on,
modelled
please.
my
Just
haircut
scruff
like
it, Rich. Scruff it up.
Just asking for a friend, have you ever been sacked on YouTube or Twitch?
No. You?
Did you get sacked from Real Madrid? It was a big team, wasn't it? With good players, like, you know, was
It's
it?
more better to ask who hasn't been sacked by.
You've heard his new name, haven't you?
Sakapardi.
Sakapardi. Oh, I like it, Dave Sakapardi. I like it. How many times, Dave?
Yeah, like 4, I think.
4 this year. How many saves have you done? 4.
4.
I once deliberately got myself sacked to stand out from the crowd. When you, me and Golden FM were all doing Liverpool in the beta, it was deliberate.
Oh,
Got
deliberate.
sacked. Yeah, got sacked.
Yeah.
I thought we can't have 3 of us all doing Liverpool.
Didn't
That's
Golden
silly.
FM also get sacked though?
Yeah, we both thought we'd just stand aside and let
Yeah.
you have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because
Fair enough.
you're a Liverpool fan, it was only fair. So we
Fair.
deliberately got sacked and then took over at Everton.
I don't think I've been sacked on YouTube. Actually, I don't think so. I've left maybe once or twice before I was pushed, just sneak out the door, but I don't think so. What's it like, Dave?
It's taken over from me this year. It used to be me last year that was the king of the sack race. People have forgotten about me now.
Get you more views, I think.
When you get sacked, is it more rage or just disappointment?
Probably disappointment, yeah.
But you're not surprised.
Just happens on every save.
Yeah, not after a while, Richard. Just going, here we go again. I know this meeting. Just give me more time, boss. You know you can just click all the options because straight away without reading.
That's perhaps where he's going wrong.
Yeah.
Options without reading. I thought there was a hand up over there for a question, but it's the camera. That was very sad.
Wait.
Any questions? Oh,
What's the quickest time you've been sacked? So we saw Dr. Benji got sacked literally just after you finished the press conference. So what's the shortest tenure you've had?
what?
How long was?
5 months at all? Well, no, less than 5 months because I
Is that the one
started.
where you forgot to sign a goalkeeper?
No.
Wasn't the goalkeeper injured for like 12 months and you thought, no, he'll come back stronger?
No.
12 months, yeah.
I joined them after the January transfer window closed, and they had no goalkeepers, and we got relegated, and I got sacked without being able to sign
Could
any
you not
players.
check that before you took the job?
They offered me enough money to buy a castle.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Like the castle comes to the job, like, yep.
Yeah, plus Hamilton, where I was before, they had a few financial issues. So, I mean,
Didn't they go?
yeah, nothing to do with me. It was like that when I got there, but needed to,
Like that when I got there.
I needed to move on and buy a castle.
I don't remember the last time I was sacked. I don't know how it is. I probably have, but I probably just blocked it out.
Subscribers, don't think it's sad. Look at my Patreon. Oh, I've got all these questions.
So you don't win the league with Eastleigh.
Yeah, that's going to be the problem. I think next season, season after next, when the Premiership teams arrive, I think we're still not quite good enough. You've got sort of Bournemouth's fourth choice centre back as your main centre back. I think when Man City arrive, they might just do us over.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, be alright. I just end the series before it happens. And there we go, just as they arrive in the Premiership. Thanks very much for watching.
That's when Kev takes over.
Yeah.
I'm Man City manager. You'll probably still beat me, you monster. Who's next? Yes.
So, from being people who do YouTube and Twitch, like the sort do Twitch, what would you like to see moving forward from the community of YouTubers and Twitch people for FM to help grow the community and the game? Is there anything you would like to see?
Just more people. That's how, and it gets back to the how do you market the game thing again, because that's how the community will grow. If there's more people creating content, more people watching it.
What do you think SI could do more to promote that there is actual, because most of us fell into the FM community, whether you're a creator or a watcher, most of you just stumbled across a Football Manager video one day. I was like, oh my god, people make videos on this. And could you think SI make more effort to promote the YouTubers? And should they?
See, I asked Miles this question last week, off the back of it, because he mentioned your name and your video. So it was noticed.
We've had words. I got a very nice letter from him after my Dear SI video.
Yeah, it still stings him because he mentioned it last week.
Yeah.
And he did say
it's not a picture,
there's nothing they can do with the licensing stuff, and that's what that's the party line. It's all about, because we use modded versions that they don't have the licenses for, they're just not able to. If we played it completely vanilla, they'd push it, was the message.
But then I specifically said that in my video of if FIS came to me and said, look, for FM18 we want you to, make us a video or do something for us to promote FM18, I would happily agree to not download anything, completely clean installed so there's no issues there. And I think a lot of content creators would happily do that to get the chance to work with Sports Interactive. But so they say that's because that's the issue, but then you say, well, I'll fix that issue, then it's just a sort of bit quiet from their side of things. I think they've hired a new community guy recently, didn't they? Because you applied for the job, didn't you?
Apparently hundreds of people applied for that.
Yeah, I imagine everyone.
Hands up who applied for the community job, the community manager job at Sports Interactive.
A week isn't hard.
Oh, it was just you applied then. That's it. That's
weird.
And you got turned down. Wow. They're just like, we'll just leave it empty.
I did apply in my letter saying, but I can't come and work for you. I'll do it from home.
Yeah, I'll do it from my shed. 3 hours a week.
It's not going to be a full-time job. Pay me for full-time, but it's not going to be full-time, and I'm not coming to London.
Yeah, you wouldn't have sold yourself.
Yeah. So for some reason, they didn't even get a letter back from them. Monsters.
I think, what do you think is the ceiling on subscribers for Football Manager? If you just have a Football Manager YouTube channel and you were the best there ever was, where do you think you could get to before there just wouldn't be any more people out there that watch YouTube content for FM?
I don't think we're anywhere near it at the moment.
What's Work the Space on?
About 50,000, I think.
Yeah.
Ben's about 40.
But Ben's still quickly growing, whereas Jack hasn't been.
Yeah, he's not really making videos.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think we've discovered the ceiling yet, because if you look at the playtime that it has on Steam, I think there's millions of people.
Yeah, but that's just us. There's literally just the thing is, what was it Miles said about the other day about it just hit 1 million?
Yeah.
So if there's let's say for argument's sake, there's 1 million copies of 1 million people that play Football Manager, then there must be a finite limit as to what the sort of subscribers you get. 100k, 150.
I don't know. I think but if you'd have said to me a year ago that there'd be a creator who was consistently getting 10, 15,000 views a video playing Football Manager, I'd have been surprised. But Ben gets that most of the time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I think it's forever growing. We'll hit the ceiling soon.
Oh, a personal question for you on your one of your recent videos.
With the microphones on?
Yeah. In Destiny 2, anybody watch that video Oh, no, oh,
Look, he's
that's
laughing.
good.
That's not good. Yeah. I watched Kev play Destiny 2.
Did you know there is a map at the top of the screen with a coloured object for objectives?
Now, last night,
I'm just asking.
I've already mentioned I was caught playing Destiny 2 last night. The next comment was, you know there's colourblind settings on this, don't you? And I didn't, because I'm red-green colourblind, I didn't know there was colourblind settings. And all shooting games have always had this problem where, because they tend to use lots of reds, greens and browns, I don't know what's going on, I just fire the gun willy-nilly. I can't see it, none of it sort of sticks out for me itself. But there's 3 different colourblind settings on Destiny 2. She gave me a little colourblind test to do online so I could work out which one I've got. I turned that settings on. She wasn't impressed because it looked awful, but then I could actually play it properly. I could see the little map, which is it's now a pink arrow on the map,
Nice.
which there wasn't an arrow there before. I maintain there was no arrow.
Are you actually colourblind?
Yes.
We've heard this before.
I'm actually
is this
colourblind.
your default go-to when you mess something up?
It's due to prophilia or something like
Oh, yeah,
that one. Green is my issue apparently. But yeah, now I've done that.
So how does it work? So what do you see green as?
It kind of just red, green and brown kind of just
Oh, they're all
together.
the same.
Yeah, I can see that that's a red wall, I think.
That's blue, mate.
Shut your face. And you're wearing like a browny, greeny combo. But if you were stood against that wall, you'd just be a head with a beard.
Just like green screen.
Yeah, basically.
This is why I always look afraid, because I live in a world where Loki's head can just wander past not attached to anything. Which is what FIFA's like if you play against Arsenal and it's just heads and feet running around a football pitch. This is why I'm rubbish at FIFA as well.
That's why Arsenal are rubbish as well.
Yeah, they're all
Around
colourblind.
doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You monster picking on me about my Destiny. I'll challenge you to Destiny as well. Have we got Destiny in here anywhere? Can I beat him at that late as well? Right, we're going to go to game and play with the demo machines.
Like when we were kids and you just go, oh, 3 games to play. I'm going to hang out games and they kick me out.
Right, there were 2 hands up before, weren't there? Where's the other hand? Hello.
Do you get more enjoyment out of Footy Manager when it's in the first few years where there's real players, or when after 10, 15 when there's regions and you don't really know what you're getting? There could be a gem somewhere.
I love it the further into it you get. My favourite point of any Football Manager save is that point where there's no real players in your team anymore and it's just a pure game. If it wasn't for, I mean, before I was doing YouTube, I would sometimes play it with the real players turned off and just have because it does have a little setting on there. But I really like it.
That's weird because I'm completely the opposite. I prefer it when I know players that I've heard of. I can sign that guy that's been really good for the England under 21s that people are talking about.
Yeah, but I don't know who those guys are.
I think the difference is support, so yeah, it doesn't
you
count.
follow football. I don't really. I don't really.
But so surely every player is just a mystical being to you then? Like, oh, look at this player. Like,
yeah.
Dele Alli. Who's that guy?
Oh, he used to play for McDonald's, so I know who he is. he used to play for a rival, so I'm familiar with his work. But yeah, because I guess it is because I don't sit and watch football on the telly really. I'm not, even including posh matches, I watch maybe 10 games a season. That's including posh and what's on the telly. So I don't know who any of these footballers are. So once it gets to the point where they're all made up, it levels the playing field a little bit.
At least people can't complain in the comments and you don't realise who this guy is
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Why are you playing Asensio? I just didn't know which one he was. Should I be playing him? My scout said he was good. Apparently, some of you not have heard of him. I thought he was a secret find, but no.
What is your thoughts on the quick pick button?
Love
you
it.
love it, don't you?
Love the quick pick
love a
button.
quick pick.
The variety of quick pick as well. You've got the 3 different flavours of quick pick, which is
so
amazing.
talk
You
us
have,
through it.
you have just straight on quick pick, which picks the strongest team you've got available. You have slight rotation, which slightly rotates.
Oh yeah.
And full rotation, which go on.
Slightly more rotate?
Well, fully rotates.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew it.
Well, it doesn't sometimes, but I love that button. Certainly when I'm streaming, anyone who's watched my streams will know I never ever pick the team myself when I'm streaming. I do when I'm actually concentrating on the game, but when I'm streaming, I could literally just get one of those birds that pecks down like that, just hitting the spacebar over and over again, while I just sit and talk to the camera. The
You're just
game
on
is-
holiday. Click the holiday indefinitely
the
button
game
and then
is
just-
only there so Twitch don't throw me off and say, you know you're supposed to be playing games.
You could go on the IRL channel and just chat.
Yeah, but then people would feel a bit weird. Just coming, I'm just going to go and watch that fella who sits in his garage and chats for 2 hours. It's a little bit different saying I'm watching a Football Manager
Yeah,
stream.
you're better off saying I'm just going to watch porn for a bit. You go, oh, okay.
You know when you quick pick, what's it do when you haven't got a keeper?
It makes one up. That's the other great thing about the quick pick button, especially if you're like really lower league. It just starts making players up. The little greyed out ones. Do they even still exist?
Yeah.
But yeah, it just puts them in. So.
You ever done your own team talk, Kev?
No. Actually, no. I have.
That's not all
This crowd feels like it's turning. Yeah, so I used to do my own team talks, and I'm actually worse than the assistant managers are. So there's just no point. I'd turn that feature off completely. I would probably be quite happy playing Football Manager Touch if I thought anyone would watch me do it.
I've got a question for the audience. Does anybody do all their own press conferences, like all of them?
I do. That's the one thing I do.
Thing you do, so you don't pick your team,
No, I
you don't
love-
scout your players.
I love the press conferences.
You love a bit of press conference.
Yeah. And I always write in my own comments as well. Even when I sit there typing and doing it
You're
properly.
not real, right? They don't get published.
Like I said, there's a story going on in my head the whole time, and I'd like to think, if I was really a football manager, that's the bit I'd be able to do. I could sit there and chat to the press, but I wouldn't have tactics.
And then you're like, assistant.
As long as there's 11 of you, that's fine. I don't care. In fact, the only experience I've got of managing a football team was when I was at primary school, and I was captain of my house team, and we got to the final of the cup, and we had a load of little year threes in our team who really wanted to play. You aren't playing. We'll have the bigger kids on.
You're all subs.
Don't worry, I'll bring you on at half time. No intention to bring you on at half time. Half time, they all came on. The ref didn't notice. We played the second half of 14 players who won the cup.
Just sneaking them on.
Yeah.
From all angles of the pitch.
Like they just walked on. I didn't notice.
Ninjas.
I didn't notice for 20 minutes, and I was captain in the team.
It's like, wow, we're really dominating possession.
Yeah, but no one knew. But yeah, the one bit I've got to do is a press conference. The rest of it, I haven't got a clue. So it's just a
That's
manager.
a weird way around.
That's when you're playing 5-5-3.
It is weird though, because I've always loved Football Manager as a game more than the game of football. It's a weird thing. I doubt there are many people who I could probably give up football, but I couldn't give up Football Manager.
That is weird. Because most people would look at that sort of spreadsheet manager and go, I like this because it's football and I love football. But
Yeah.
you just like spreadsheet manager.
I love spreadsheets. I've got spreadsheets about football.
If they came out with a game called Spreadsheet Manager, pie charts and stuff, would you give it a go? Graphics would be as good.
I'd be all over that, I think. But I love it. I mean, yeah, it's... do you not have a spreadsheet about your Football Manager save?
Please have a spreadsheet. No, I have a notepad with like buy a left back. Or,
I have a slate that I carve my tactics onto. Get with the what century are we in? Get with this century.
Yeah.
Use a spreadsheet. I've got little tabs at the bottom for each season, so that I know who my squad was each season and what their current ability and their potential ability with the little stars.
It doesn't come across in the videos.
That's because I do it once a year.
Yeah, all that, and then you quick pick.
Only on stream. I pick the team properly on YouTube. It's just if I played the game properly when I was streaming, it would be the most boring stream in the world.
Yeah, hang on, everybody.
Yeah. I just need to analyse the acceleration of these 3 different options I've got right back. Bear with me.
But that's the problem.
Can we slow the chat for a minute?
Yeah.
It would be really dull.
I think, yeah, Twitch is definitely a different beast in that regard because you sort of want to keep up with the comments, and because if you get behind, it's horrible going, hang on, starting, nobody ask anything, I need to catch up with the last 20 comments.
That's why I've got the slow chat button now that I have on my Stream Deck that I bought inexplicably. I don't know why I bought that thing. It's stupid. I have 2 buttons on it now. One that puts loads of hearts on the screen.
They've got things for that as well called keyboards.
What, that thing that has a space bar? All I've got is a space bar.
Yeah.
With a little bird.
I loved Anna streaming the other night when you left for a minute and then Anna was put in charge. And you got the equaliser. And then everybody was telling her to Alt F4, hit the space bar.
I'm quite proud of her that she didn't fall for that. That's quite good.
Take it.
Yeah. That would have been really upsetting if I'd have come back and it was all broken. If I'd have bought a new PC. Anyway, have we got any more questions?
Did she get Manager of the Month?
Yeah, it's funny if the game knew. Jesus!
Oh, look, and I'm looking at the stream stats on that. The internet knew, because there's the graph where you have your viewer numbers. That bit where I'm not in the room, it's spiked up massively. It's like everyone who is watching, there's a girl on here, nudging each other. Come on, get your mates.
People that watch on Twitch know when there's a girl radar.
It was for 5 minutes tops. I don't know how people found out about it, but seriously, the graph spikes up massively.
That's the internet. Girl alert, girl alert. Playing Football Manager, oh my god, it's all my dreams.
It must have been, I don't know how it happened. I even searched Twitter for her name and stuff, just to see if someone, or my name. I don't know.
For those that didn't, I'd like for you to explain the short story of the donation for those that did not view it the other night.
A short story, and it's still going on. I got an email from PayPal last night, so with a question. In fact, I've got the email. Let me read out the things I have to tell PayPal before I'm allowed to withdraw any money from it. While I'm finding that, basically what happened is there was an accidental donation on my stream last week of £11,011 because the person who's trying to make the donation wanted to do £11.11p. So on their number pad,
he fat fingered it.
But yeah, the zero's next to the full stop on the keypad, so it's just an 11.11.11, 11.11, but it hit the zero rather than a 1, and the donation went through. £11,000.
And it actually went into your account.
It was it showed up on my PayPal account. The money was there. So that obviously led to quite a lot of panic, as we were trying to figure out how on earth I refund it to him, because PayPal charged £375 for an £11,000 transaction. So if I'd have just done it and eaten the cost, it would have wiped out. I mean, that's more than a month's YouTube ad revenue. I mean, that's a significant chunk of money that would have just been wiped out. So we had a little panic for quite a long time. We eventually figured out how to give it back to him. After about half an hour of him going, do nothing, wait until the morning. And this poor guy who's just charged 11 grand to his credit card going, please can I have my money right now? I'll let you keep the 375 quid. And Mr. Helpful's going, wait until the morning.
It was fun seeing your reaction, but you did well to you kind of knew that, no, this is probably a mistake, rather than jumping around the room and everybody in chat going, no, it's a mistake! That would have been hilarious.
Exactly.
I would have paid
so
good money
annoyed
to have seen that.
Because now I'm not going to end up on a compilation video. That video that I put out earlier in the week.
Fake it, just dub over it.
I might have to do another one because I just completely
But imagine
it
the
was
guy
awful.
that went to donate 11 quid. And then afterwards it says, well done, you have successfully donated £11,000. Imagine the heart attack there. Oh.
Right, here we go. This is from PayPal. As a result of this, which is why I now can't use my PayPal account. As part of our commitment to providing the best possible experience for buyers and sellers, blah, 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 your account has recently been reviewed by our merchant team due to the following. Increase in volumes processed. We tried to call you, no you didn't, but I've got to go on there and give them information about my business model. What is the reason for the recent increase in payments received? Give a projection of the volumes you expect to receive over the next 6 months. Specify currency. Give a full description of the items sold or services provided. Specify the average dispatch and delivery timeframes for the items sold. Provide the name and address of your main suppliers. Do you post your inventory or dropship? What percentage of items sold? And then, seriously, I'm not even a quarter of the way through this list of stuff that I've got to tell them before I can take out the £31 that is currently in my PayPal account. I can't use my PayPal because someone pressed the wrong button on their keyboard.
I like the fact that they think you must be offering goods or services. No, people are just giving me money.
Yeah, I don't even know how much. Is that within the PayPal terms of service? Can I say, I was just streaming, someone accidentally gave me 11 grand and I gave it back? That doesn't look like money laundering at all. We're just transferring money around, just a loose 11 grand, it's fine. I'm ruined. But the flip side of that, if he hadn't used PayPal, if he'd have used a credit card thing, there would have been no way to get the credit card merchant fee back. It would
you would have been charged your fee.
Yeah, it would have just been...
I like the fact he was so desperate to get the money back. He's like, I'll take 400 quid in fees, I'll take the hit, I just want the 11 grand back.
What happened to your 11 quid? Did you get that?
No, that's the worst thing about it. I was sat there for the rest of the stream thinking, should I remind him? He's actually made his 11 grand.
To be fair, if you accidentally donated 11 grand, there's no chance in hell you're going to try again, is there? You'd be like,
Bless him, he's not turned up back in the stream since.
No, because he died of a heart attack.
He did. He stayed for the rest of the night.
He was very quiet though, wasn't it? It was just like fine every now and then, just to let people know he's not dead. Like fine.
My blood pressure, goodness me! You can see in the video. I just went white. I was trying not to get excited because I knew it was a mistake, but at the same time, there's that. Yeah, there's that little. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking. I'll get a better computer than that one Loki was talking about. Something finally. Oh yeah. Get a $5,000 computer with like water and stuff in it. It'd be great.
Not just in it, just
yeah. I want to get
fill it with water. That's what all the cool kids are doing.
I saw one on YouTube in a freezer. I want to get a freezer that's got a computer in it. It's going to be brilliant. But yeah, don't ever get an $11,000 donation on Twitch. That would be my recommendation.
Well, no, get one. Just don't.
Oh, even
be real.
Yeah.
Just find a rich person.
Yeah, if anyone knows any rich people, I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays.
Pardon?
Did PayPal just keep the processing?
No, everybody got it back, so the guy was refunded fully as well.
Yeah, what happened after about the 5th article that people had sent me, most of them from him, saying we just in the end agreed between me and the guy who made the donation that we'd just hit the button and see what happened, and kind of on faith that if they had have taken the money, he was then going to give it to me.
And the fact of the matter is, the people on Twitch and the stream, people that watch the stream have been so crazily generous that guaranteed, if you had been charged £375, you'd have made that back in donations the same evening, because they've been astonishing, haven't they?
My laptop blew up like 2 weeks ago, and it wasn't even a case of me going there and saying, right, I'm going to stop making videos. It was slightly inconvenient. I've had to move my other PC, I'm using that now, which I kind of like to put back in the house because it means I'm sitting out here in the cold when I'm playing offline, and Anna's not really able to use it because she doesn't want to sit out in the garage with all the rats, because rats are apparently not nice.
They're friendly.
Yeah, I think they're great. But I just mentioned it on the stream, and even before I even set the little donation target thing that's on there now, people have thrown like £200 at me, and it's been 2 and a bit weeks, and we've just gone over £1,000 towards a new PC and donations on Twitch, just from people throwing money at me for not even playing Football Manager properly, just sitting there chatting about scraps and about what the correct terminology for an individual portion of bread is, and I don't know, whatever nonsense comes up on that stream.
Has anyone noticed that every stream your target goes up a little bit?
It doesn't, you monster! It's always, and it's not even a sensible target either, because it's a PC that I found that I probably won't buy. I can't price up to match that amount anymore. So, I mean, to be honest, the amount we've already hit is plenty to get the computer that I need, according to Matt. who's kindly offered to make it for me.
Car park techie.
Yeah, we're going to do it at PC World Car Park, presumably.
I might need a bit more than a car park.
I think you should though, because that's the niche, that's the video idea.
We're going to go around PC World with a trolley, we're going to buy all the bits that you need.
You're going to build it as you go around the trolley.
Yeah.
You can sit in the trolley and build it at just extra level.
That would be amazing.
Tech supermarket suite.
Yeah.
You've got to do it on the move, trying to put the processor in. Like,
all it is plugging a few bits in. You can do that in the back of the car, no problem.
You were a computer science teacher, Kev.
Yeah.
I'd pay money for Kev to build it himself on the video or stream.
I can't. I'm colourblind.
Oh Jesus! There we go.
I almost failed that unit at uni because we had to do putting a computer together thing, and there's different coloured wires in there, and I got them the wrong way around, and the examiner man wouldn't tell me what colour they were. I said to him, I don't need you to help me with where you plug them in. I just need to tell you to tell me which one of these is red and which one's green. No, I'm not allowed to. Oh. So I guessed, got them the wrong way around and missed those marks. I only got 96% on that test in the end.
Oh, just the right thing.
Lower than my average, really. Questions. Any more?
Come on. Somebody's got one. I'm going to just, if you pick on someone, make them up.
What's your favourite Football Manager game?
Always the most recent one is my answer, I think. Although FM09, it has a special place in my heart because it had a really cool save on it. I mean, it's all to do with which one had the most fun save on, I think, rather than... The features of the game get a little bit better every year, just a little bit every year, but it's all down to the ones that have had the most fun saves. I've had a really fun save on FM09, I've had really fun saves for the last couple of years. I'll probably have quite a fun save next year, I hope.
Yeah, mine's exactly the same. Like I said, with YouTube doing Football Manager YouTube videos, it makes the game more fun, and therefore FM16 and FM17, and everybody loves the social feed of the FM17.
I do. I think that's great.
Is the game for your press conference?
I read through all that. Doing that, I'll sit and read all the tweets. They're amazing. And it's
like 4 ones repeated with different names.
But I get all the ones for Posh because I've got myself on there as a Posh fan. I always get the tweets about Posh, so I can see how Posh are getting on by watching it on pretend Twitter.
But yeah, I think just
don't buy a Canon camera. They turn off after 25 minutes.
Okay.
That's my recommendation to you all.
This is for the vlog, isn't it? Just subscribe. Thank you.
To a hat.
Yeah, it is more popular than me now.
You could put the hat on Little Kev, and he can sit there out with his Undertaker coat on.
Oh, you brought him along with you? That's nice.
Of course, Little Kev. Little Kev goes
Where's the
everywhere with
Undertaker?
me.
Did you not bring the Undertaker?
No, the Undertaker's thinking about what he's done. I didn't bring his hat though, so he's hatless, so he could probably do with brain stuff. Has anyone else got any questions? If anyone's too afraid to ask questions, you can tweet them at Loki, and he'll read them out.
When is a pond a lake?
Ooh.
700 square foot, I believe.
When you can't drink it. As soon as
Do you
to the
drink
point
ponds?
Not as a... No,
Is this a hobby of yours?
I don't, but I could. But I couldn't drink a lake.
With that vlog the other day with the dried up river, was that you? You were talking about how empty the river was.
This sounds like the kind of thing I talk about.
Yeah.
That's a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, 2 weeks. Sorry, is that past the window of remembrance? Is it?
I don't even remember what yesterday was about. This is why I started. I've been filming my life for years, so I can remember what went on. I only just started putting it on the internet.
That must be amazing looking back. Oh, I did that last year.
Yeah.
How has your vlogging experience been as an overall thing since you started it?
I enjoy the act of doing the vlog, and I enjoy the finished videos. What I didn't enjoy was being up until 1 AM every morning editing videos to get them out for early the next morning. That's why the last couple of weeks we've been messing around with the times the vlog comes out. We had it with a day's delay, now we're having it so it comes out in the afternoon. But it just got to the point after, I mean, it had been 8 months of consecutive days of doing a vlog where, regardless of what time the day finishes, I would have to then edit together the vlog and get it out at 7 AM the next morning. So that included going to game expos, that included Comic-Con, that included like coming here and doing that thing last week even, and getting a video out for the next day. And it just gets to the point where it's like an early night.
Does it ever get in the way of a day out? Do you think so? Oh, I wish I could just not vlog this and.
I mean, if that ever comes up, I just don't. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that goes on that I don't vlog. I don't vlog everything that happens. Every day I try and find the thing that I think will be interesting for the vlog, and then that's the bit that goes in. But there's lots of stuff that goes on that I don't vlog. And sometimes we'll go out and just leave the camera at home, and I'll sit in the garage and pretend I didn't do anything all day because I've been told not to bring the camera. Usually, I mean, I'd happily take it with me everywhere I go, but sometimes I get told, right, we're doing this without the camera. All right. Don't know who I'll talk to. I'll talk to a camera. Just wander around on my own. Hello.
When did it get to the point where you were sort of comfortable recording in front of people, like out on sort of street and so on?
I'm weird. I'm a weird man. I know I hide it well.
No, mustn't say something.
It's never bothered me. No, it's just...
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Because you're wandering around like this with that.
The really weird part of it as well is you've probably all noticed from this morning that in like proper social situations, I'm not very good. I can sit here on a stage and talk to you like now. I can talk into a camera walking down a busy street, but when we're done and we go out there and we mingle, I'll probably run away because I don't really know how to do normal human stuff.
Well, I generally don't like humans, so for us both this is an achievement.
But like this morning when you lot were all hiding outside, the ones who were here at 10 o'clock, I could see you for like 10 minutes and they opened the door and no one came in, and I stood talking to the lady on the reception thing, should I go out and bring them in? I can see they're there. But I don't want to walk into the middle of a group, but then I figured it out. I know I'll go out there with the camera and I'll vlog it.
And then everybody go, oh!
Yeah, so I walked out there, camera
So it's a crutch now, so...
Yeah!
I mean when you go into an awkward like doctor's office for an appointment, you're going to vlog it.
I genuinely do. I've walked into meetings for Andy's school carrying that.
Oh, I bet they love that.
They do.
Because you know they're all so helpful.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I find the camera. I wonder where Andy gets his habits from. Wandering around with his DS.
He could have a brilliant vlog channel. I think because eventually, because you talked about him recording using one of the other cameras to record eventually, so you can actually get the footage. But I think, especially with all the churches and stuff, he could actually do some brilliant stuff. Eventually, when he gets to know that
he's already mastered the outro. He's an expert.
Oh, yeah, when he does the outro.
When he's decided the vlog's done. That's it. Yeah. It's now become his language would just go away, leave me alone. He'll say it when the camera's not on. He'll just say, I'll say, right, come on, time for bed. Thank you for watching. And you know, he'll just straight into it. It's annoying. Why don't you do a vlog? Do a vlog.
My life's not interesting enough.
Has anyone here watched my vlog? Tell him you don't need an
That's why I was wary of the answer there. But it would just be, here I'm talking about making the videos that you might have just watched.
Has anyone here seen my vlog? That's what it is those days. But it'd be fun. We could see your animals.
Oh, there should be more. I think Dave should be in the vlog more.
Yeah.
You should. Everybody says it, and yet you've not made a single proper vlog with Dave. He doesn't have to wear a pet cam on things like that. Just
what do you want me to do with him? Just take him for a walk and film him running about being a dog.
I like you're saying that as opposed to sitting in front of your computer behind the green screen going, I didn't do anything today. If they're my choices.
Me and Dave are putting together a music track at the moment.
A diss track.
It's not a diss track because it's all about positivity, but we've
spreading the love.
I've written a song. That me and Dave are going to perform. We just need
you have to commit to this now, you've said it now.
Yeah, I was singing it in the car. Oh, the girls have left. They just walked out of the room completely, but I was singing it in the car on the way here. Just need to record a really good bark from Dave, because it needs a woof. And then I can put that in where I need it, and then the rest of the lyrics are, and then me and Dave will be in the video, so there will be a Dave music track at some point. Because I hear that's how you win at YouTube now, you need music videos.
Yeah, I just wanted a vlog of a dog walk, but you've upped it there, you've really gone for it.
It'll just, the only bit will be embarking, and then the rest of it will just be me sat in the garage. Got to keep it true to how things usually are. Right, have we any more for any more?
We want one more question. Come on, pull one out of the bag. Not you, Dave, you've had too many.
Okay, I've got one.
Oh, hang on.
His question is, I was told this would be an hour, are you going to wrap this up soon?
So
What's been your favourite part of the galleries today, apart from, of course, the full manager exhibit?
I came in and took a beeline straight away for Rock Band, and I love Rock Band, and I don't have space to play it at home anymore, so I enjoyed going and playing Rock Band.
You've been here before, haven't you?
Yeah, this is about my 4th time here. I love it here.
For me, I've seen it on the internet and we checked it out beforehand, but coming here I was surprised how much was actually playable. I thought there'd be tons of exhibits and showing off old computers and everything like that, and I knew there was some stuff you could play, but like so many consoles that I haven't seen in 20 years and they're still playable. I think that's the best bit, is that, especially if I was a kid now, you could just leave me here for a day and I'd be fine.
What kind of monster would do? Where are they? They're in here somewhere. Right, the last thing we need to do before we wrap things up then is this meal for later. You've not arranged this very well, have you? Right, we've got, I'm hoping not everyone here is expecting to come to the meal or we're ruined. We've got 2 tables booked in 2 different restaurants. So
is this going to be like gangs? Like,
I can't believe
Loki or Lollujo?
Yeah, I can't believe I was left to organise this, but we've got a table at Red Dog Saloon for 16 people.
Yes.
But when I asked yesterday, there's 18 people who want to come, but there were offers for sitting on laps. We're going to be taking people up on those offers. Or just kind of shuffling. I'm sure they'll let us add an extra couple of people together if there's a massive group like that turning up for 5 o'clock as well, which is like an early dinner anyway. They're not going to be that busy, I hope. If that doesn't work, we have a table for even less people round the corner at Rudd for 15 people.
So McDonald's.
Yeah. Or takeaway from Red's Barbecue, which is brilliant.
Or Five Guys.
Five Guys, the thing is with Five Guys is I'd have to have a bacon milkshake and then I'd have a heart attack and then Who's
We can
made
vlog
this
it.
ever. I get shouted at for vlogging stuff like that.
Well, heart attacks.
Well, when I slipped in the shower and reached for my camera, that was the worst thing of that day. If you've seen the one where I slipped in the shower, banged my head on the marble sink behind me, and what you didn't see on camera, because Anna shouted at me and took the camera away, was me crawling across the floor, bleeding from the head, trying to get to my camera, so that I could vlog the. I mean, it could have been the last moment of the vlog. I needed to
That
do
would
the
have gone
outro.
viral. You'd never know because you'd be dead. But that would have. A guy going,
I'd like to think she would have edited together and released it still. She might have had other things to do, like having a party. Yes, I've got my carriage back.
Her trip on it, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, the one where she fell. That was amazing.
I like the facts. My favourite part of that video when you left the shop and tripped on was it a bit of plastic from a sign, wasn't it? Was that you then obviously went back in and sorted it out, and then you both went, look at that, it's still there. You wanted to pick it up for somebody else.
Well, you already picked it up once.
Well, that's going to kill someone.
Yeah.
And you were sitting there with a vlog in the car. Come on, somebody vlog.
Yeah. That would have been awesome. Right, if we've not got any more questions then, I guess we'll wrap. Oh yeah, the meal, that's what we were talking about, wasn't it? Show of hands who's coming to the meal later. Let's just count how many people we've got. Because I might have to make a phone call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Oh, sugar plums. I'm going to disappear and go and talk to the people at Red Dog Saloon and try and get extra table inch. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It might be.
Okay,
Yeah. The reason I've booked 2 big tables is now I've got 2 places I can try and go and bargain with and get extra.
It said, well,
tables.
Red Dog Saloon said we could have 18, so play them off against each other.
Yeah, well, they're basically across the road from each other. I assume there is some kind of beef between them.
Yeah.
I hope there is.
Literally.
If not, there will be by the end.
It's more of a rib.
I think that's our cue to end, isn't it?
Yeah, just end it on that, down on it.
Yeah. Do you want to do an outro for the camera?
Bye. I got shy.
Normally I just turn the camera
So I
off
think we
now.
should turn the camera to the people
Oh,
so
look,
they can
they're
play.
back.
Oh look, here he is. There
So
they
look
are.
at
Here
them.
they are. They heard your ending and was
Can
like,
you just confirm that there is a Dave song and I did sing it in the car on the way here?
could you sing a bit for us?
What? I don't understand modern music. What's the song that I was singing it to? It's a Rizzle Kicks song.
You're so down with the kids.
I know. Yeah, that song. Someone just muttered it over there. It's that
It's
song.
not even that new, that's probably like 8 years old.
Hey, it's Kev. Come on, that is. Yeah.
I'm 35! I haven't listened to new music for like 20 years. Oh, God. Oh, that's true. That's horrible. Right, I'm going to turn this microphone off.
Yeah, let's go and play some games and stuff.
Woo!
Eat some toast. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. And remember, don't talk to me unless I'm having a microphone or a camera.